Danny, for those that don't know, can you just introduce yourself, wherever you come from and your football experience so far?
Yeah, so I'm Danny, one of the first team coaches. Coached about 15 years now. Recently, I was at Leyton Orient Ladies. I was there for 2.5 seasons, had quite a successful time there. I was then also Paris Saint-Germain regional head coach for the whole of Essex, and done a bit of scouting and coached about 15 years.
As you mentioned about Leyton Orient, you've had a 77% win record there over 2.5 seasons.
Yeah.
Can you just talk us through them couple of years that you had there?
Yeah, it's something I'm quite proud of. Obviously, to have a record like that over a period of time. The first season I went in, they'd had an okay season the season before, which was their first ever season. We then went and won the league, was unbeaten in that league, had quite a good FA Cup run. And it was just about building a philosophy that we could grow on season after season. So the first season was quite successful, and to celebrate that with the club was massive.
You did mention as well PSG, the regional.
Yeah.
What did that entail for you?
So for me, it was just it's all the way that they want everyone to learn. So, for instance, they would have kick-ups before every single session. They wanted to maximise the amount of touches. So it was about trying to deliver their philosophy across the whole of Essex, making sure that the sessions that we held were fun, engaging, but also challenging for the players.
How do you build your relationships with players, and what's your sort of non-negotiable in football?
Hard work. Hard work is a massive non-negotiable. I think we all sacrifice things to be where we are, whether that's with family, whether that's work, leaving work early. So for me, it's always about working hard, making sure while you're in that moment that you're giving everything you can.
And what do you love most about coaching for yourself?
It isn't just a job for me. It's something that's helped me through quite a tough period of my life. So it's that thing that means a lot to me. When I'm in that moment, it's kind of like the world outside stops and I'm in somewhere that I enjoy being, and I like to think that I'm quite good at what I do.
You've mentioned 2 big roles you've had, and obviously here as well, but what is your most memorable event that you've had as a coach?
I think winning the league and going unbeaten is massive. That was really enjoyable, especially being in my first season with Orient. But I think with here, going 16 games unbeaten, really going on that run was a great buzz around the place, and it's still continuing now, even though we did lose to Dartford. It's still continued, and yeah, I think just being here, being in that moment with the players that we've got, and the atmosphere within that changing room it's a good feeling.
How do you maintain your standards when things are limited with your coaching?
I think it's reflection. So I've always been a big reflector, so I may put on a session and I may think it's not gone great, or it may have gone great. I'll still reflect on it. How can I be better? That's just for me and the players. And I think also it's making sure that we're all working as a team and we're leaning on each other to get the job done.
You've gone from a manager to a coach.
Yep.
How does your personal philosophy in football match with what Brett is like as a manager?
I've learned quite a lot from Brett, to be honest. So it's the way he obviously deals with players, the way he communicates. So for me, I think it's learning a lot from him, but his philosophy in the sense of hard work and giving everything while you're out there mirrors my own. I'm very much while you're in that moment, giving everything, and if you've gone on that pitch and you've worked as hard as you can, and at the end of the day it's not worked out, then you can hold your head high and walk off and say, okay, there's things we need to improve on. And I think that's kind of where I mirror a lot of what he does.
And finally, if you could just use only one word to describe your time at 𝗙𝗚liche so far, what would it be?
Exciting. Yeah, it's very exciting.
Perfect.